A very, very, very odd day. My apologies. Terry should be joining us momentarily. Right before we were going to go live, my computer crashed. And then as I was getting into the system myself, Terry's computer crashed. So right now he's texting me, letting me know he should be in at any minute now. That's why we're off to a late start. Of course, we're doing Ellis Park today. First race is coming right up, so the heck with it. I'm just going to get straight to picks here, folks, for race number 1. Terry will be with me in just a moment. When he comes back up, we can talk a little bit about what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. The computer's being really funky. All right. And race number 1, Terry likes the 5, the 2, the 3, and the 6. Hopefully he joins us momentarily to talk about why he likes those. I don't know. My computer's just being really buggy. Ellis Park, Private Ross, there's his numbers for today. As for me, I like in race number 1. Let me just get something here straightened out, and then we can, I don't know. This is a Monday to forget at the moment right now, folks, with all the problems that I'm having. Race number 1. For me, I like the 6 horse as my top selection. The reason I like the 6 horse as my, oh, you know what? I'm host. I have no, this is just great. I like the 6, the 3, the 5, and the 4, folks. All of my notes got disappeared when my computer crashed. So hopefully I can bring them back up again. Let's see if that's the case. Indeed, it saved them for me. So some days I like the 6 horse just ASAP. First time starter, 3 out of 3 points with a bunch of back bullets and fast works. Chuck Slaw, the 3 horse. Tyler Gaffleone riding, back bullet on July 5th, 4 furlongs, 47-3. Props, the 5 horse. It's a yes horse. We'll talk about yeses here in our right there, in our smart sheets. There's a link in the description on how to use them in the description on YouTube. And then El Chavo, a back bullet, 4 furlongs, 47-2 on June the 20th. What a crazy, crazy start to this day. I got to tell you, folks, it's been insane. Ellis Park, 1 minute. So we can kind of walk through a little bit here. Hold on. I still have to, I have to log into my, okay, Terry's with me now. I hear him. So let me pop him up in there real quick, see if he's got time to walk us through his picks. All right, Terry, after all this nonsense, what are your picks real quick for race number 1 and why?
Okay, I like the 5 props, close to run third versus similar turf at 5.5 furlongs in the last race. Now stretches out, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Honey Bun Dutch, the 2, finished 6th in Sanford Grade 3 Stakes after stumbling and being bumped at the start. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Chuck Slaw, first-time starter, whose sire wins 20% with first-time starters, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then number 6, just ASAP, first-time starter, whose sire wins 31% with first-time starters. Stam has 2 winners from 2 starters. He has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me here.
So, yeah, right now the track is considered fast and the turf firm, but I know there's rain in the forecast. Looks overcast there right now. They're walking their way towards the thing. So let's talk a little bit about this. All these horses, this is our smart sheets, 1,000 simulations. Lots of horses in here today. They're making their first start or their second start in here. So some of the key numbers, they're all no's except for the 5. The 5 has hit par for this level, and the hit par for this level is, hold on a second, let me just get everything up that we normally have organized before the start here. Par for this level is 73. So the 5 has been able to accomplish that. Nobody else has. So with that in mind, you want to look at first-time starters. The 6 horse, 3 of 3. Got a couple horses here with some good bullet workouts. And then you have the 5 horse, second race par ability. No problem, because it did get above par last time out as well. Doing it again. So that's the sort of way that we look at the smart sheets. Again, there's a link in the description to today's smart sheets, along with the explanations on how to use them. Race number 1, just about getting ready to go. So one of the things you can do today that will be ready to go is free.
Oh, you froze. Weird. Today's weird. Well, Rich is gone. Here he comes.
All right, I'm back. I don't know what's going on today, but at
Me
this
neither.
moment, I'm about salty, as they say, right, Terry?
Yep.
I have no idea what's going on. All right, so anyway, race number 1 should be going in a moment now. No,
It's going.
all right. How is it going?
The 6 is in front, followed up by the 7 and the 5 on the inside at the rail. 4's coming up on the rail. The 2's on the outside of the 4. 3 is back about 3 lengths, and the 1's the back trailing to the field. 6 still in front. 5 is coming up on its shoulder.
I think the race is over. I think either the 6 horse or the 1 horse one. I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Well,
I think it's like the 6 was way ahead of everybody. No, is the 1 the gray? No, I think that's the 2 horse. So the 6 horse was just a dominant winner in there.
yeah.
And then I think the 2 horse finished second. Maybe. I don't know. There's a long way to go before they get to the. So, yeah, it went 6-1. And then after that, 6-1, 2-5, and then 3. 6-1, 2-5, and 3. So there you go. I missed my trifecta box to get started there because I had a little bit of my $100 budget to boot. This has got to be the absolute god worst start to a show ever. Hopefully from here it gets better. I don't know.
Yeah, it was really weird because when you sent me sent me that text and I tried to send you a link, my computer froze. And then I couldn't do anything. I had to shut it all down, start it all up again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm ready just to put a Molotov cocktail in mine and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, the free picks. I think things are working now over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm just afraid to touch anything anymore. Free track is indeed Fort Erie. It is firm there. Race number 1 is a claiming race. When the show is over, maybe, if everything is not completely broken, you can head on over to horseracingtoday.net. Right there in the front of the screen, you will see we will post today's picks, our commentary, as well as our suggested Benny in the bets. Hopefully you did watch the Foreign Friday show. We had some nice winners there. In that big field of 24, my top pick actually won. I was pretty happy about that. While you're there, hit the HRT gear button. Get yourself a T-shirt, a hat, like a 13 or a 5 that Terry's sporting. All right, Terry, let's see if we can get on track and stay on track in race number 2.
All right. So let's see. It's a 1 mile race, $16,000 claiming race. The purse $35,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards, which have never won 3 races, or 3-year-olds.
I'm wondering if I don't know. I was thinking anyway. Race number 2 at Ellis Park here, Terry. We talk a little bit about the profile of a winner, and the profile of a winner at a mile is usually early speed. 18% go wire to wire. The rail stinks for Interlock Empire. 2 and 3 get a bonus. 4 through 7 a discount. The best place to be is 8 and out, Mr. Terry. So if speed does win a lot of these races, who's got the most of it?
Well, 4 has the most speed as far as the data goes. They're followed up by that 5 and 6. So they're.
As we spoke about, hitting par is a key to getting to the winner's circle. Only 2 horses have done it so far, Terry. Aside from that, we do 1,000 simulations to calculate expected speed figures. That's par plus. That tells you what % of the time they get it done, Terry. And looks like there's 1 horse in here with a great chance to get above par plus relative to everybody else.
Yeah, the 6 has a 37% chance, so it's better than everybody else. Most of them have 0. Only 3 other horses have anything at all. So,
as far as jockeys or trainers, who do you like?
I like the 3 as the best jockey and the 1 is the best trainer, but I think the 3 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Yes, Cascade Cruiser. The biggest in-race advantage belongs to the 8. 5 points equals 1 length, so a 1 length late speed edge. I would say about 7 out of 10 winners, Terry, come out of our top 4 total pace horses. You got the 8, the 4, the 5, and the 7. But you better keep a close eye on those simulation odds because a ton of winners pop out of that group too. A ton of winners pop out of your group, Terry, for race number 2. So hopefully you don't disappear, nothing breaks, and you can share your picks with us without interruption.
All right. Well, I like number 4, Arab Defiance. He won his last race at Ellis Park. His best start speed is fast month today starters. He has a high percentage winning jockey. Interlock Empire, the 1, finished 4th in his last race at Ellis Park after experiencing problems during the race, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Cascade Cruiser, the 3 is owned. It was claimed by Linda Rice, and now she owns and trains the horse. And Linda Rice wins whenever dropping a horse off of a claim 50% of the time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like 5 King Peanut. He finished 3rd versus Tougher in his last race. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I'm going to play the first Miami Vice pick 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 with 2, 3, 4, 8 with 3, 5, and 8, 9. I think that's a $48 ticket.
That should be 6 times 4 times 2 times 2. I think that is indeed $48, Terry.
Okay.
I have pretty sure. Could be wrong. I mean, the way things are going today, it could be $1 million. The 4 horse for me, Air Defiance, is my first choice. Crushed the competition in its last race with the Z pattern. So I had an early pace number up here. It kind of settled down a little bit in the middle of the race and then found a second wind. The 8 horse, Sound of Victory, 3rd start after a layoff, did show some better mid and late pace. It is our top total pace horse with the strongest in-race edge with that late speed edge of about a length. Interlock Empire, the 1 horse, the rail does kind of stink a little bit in there, but it is a highly consistent performer with the simulation favorite status. And then the 3 horse is my final choice, that Cascade Cruiser. It is a yes horse, as we see here, 1 of 2 yes horses. Strong C-zone. I do find in these races like this, Terry, where there's a bunch of really not much going on, that the C-zone horses do really well. And that's one of the top C-zones along with the 8. I'm going to do a pick 4, 1, 3, 4, 8, 3, 4, 6, and 8 with a 3, 5, 2, 8, and 9. I know for sure that's $48. A little bit more my Benny in the bets, 20 to win on the 4, and then a $5 exact key box, 4 over the 1, the 3, and the 8. That'll take us to race number 3, my friend. What's the story in this one?
Okay, so it's a mile. It's a claiming race, $30,000 claiming price, first $40,000, and it's for 3-year-olds and upwards, which have never won 2 races.
I think Parks is on vacation to the middle of July. To the end of August, right, Terry?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Gripco.
4 total weeks, I think.
Well, have fun at the store, Private Ross. I can use a little bit of Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew. So if you can Uber Eats that to me, I'd appreciate it. And 1 mile on the main course, we just talked about in race number 2. That's one where 18% of the horses go wire to wire. The rail's difficult for good point. 2 and 3 get a bonus. 4 through 7 a discount. The best place to be is 8 and out, Terry. So we got some Buffalo girls in race number 3 on the outside with speed. You might be onto something, but looks like there's another one in here that will burn all by itself early on.
Yeah, actually, the 3 has a lot of speed, followed up by that 2. The only horse that's even close to the outside is a 6. So
only 1 horse that's hit par so far, Terry. That's the 8 Brave Blend, showing that it can pop a speed figure of 87 or better. Otherwise, everybody else is not within 5 points except for the 3 and the 4. There are a few of them look like they got a good chance to do it today anyway.
Yeah, all of them, but the 1 and the 8 do have a good chance to do it. And most of them are in the 30% range.
Our shape of the race right here shows that most of the horses want to be middle back. That should favor speed, so that 3 horse might make its way to the front. Got to like the fact that it's got speed, also has the top C-zone. That's a pretty lethal combination. Even more lethal if it's got a good jockey trainer combination. It looks like that's the case, but maybe not the top jockey.
Yeah, the top jockey is a 6, but the 3 has best trainer, and I think it's got the best trainer jockey combination.
Yeah, so we look at some other things. The 3 is our simulation favorite. The 4, however, a 3-point speed figure advantage over everybody else last time out. Andrew Beyer says 3 points and up. Keep an eye on that guy. Biggest in-race advantage by far, the 6 horse. More than 2 lengths late speed. Also a 2-length top total pace horse. The 3, 4, and 7 chasing it down for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spots. Jerry, is anybody going to beat that 6, the 3, or the 4?
I like the 4. Indy charges on. He ran 2nd versus Tougher in his last race, drops a class today. Early speed to running style helps chances, so this shorter distance I think will be a help. Then Brave Blend, the 8, tried turf in his last race without very much success, can improve while returning to dirt. Has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 18% of the races in the first race after he claims a horse. And I like the 2. He won his last race at Thistle Downs, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Guardian, the 3. He has a high percentage winning jockey and drops in class. No additional bets for me here.
I'm going to start off with the 4 in here. And that one is Indy Charges On. Top last race speed figure by 3 points. So I like that. Class dropper. You see that right here. The 4 dropping in class. We do it a little bit differently in here as far as class dropping is concerned. But I like that combination. Top last race speed figure taking on slighter competition today. Number 3, Guardian. Simulation favorite. The only horse with better early pace and fractions last out. So you see here the early pace up, better fractions. Got to like that. I've seen that combination find its way to the winner's circle a lot. Number 6, Pierce Elevated. Is that top total pace 10-point horse over everybody else? So if the early pace and late pace add up, that guy can win by 2 lengths. Strong C-zone and has a bullet workout between starts. That means this guy might be as sharp as can be today. And then Brave Blend is the only yes horse. And anytime there's only one yes horse in the mix of horses that have hit par, you got to have them. Race 4, Terry, almost halfway in this 9-race Monday card, which has been, been fun to get off to this start today. Yeah. Race number 4, Terry, what are the conditions for this one?
So 5.5 furlong. It's on the turf, an allowance race, $108,000 purse, and it's for 3-year-olds.
Yeah, that's a pretty expensive race. If they get it off, I know they had said that there is rain in the forecast. For now, the turf is firm. If they do run on 5.5 furlongs, the kind of horse that usually finds the winner's circle, Terry, Stalker, although 3 of the 11 races so far did go to the one that went wire to wire, the rail for Hoff is best. So keep an eye out on that. You got 2 through 7 get discounted, 8 and out, a bonus as well. So be on the inside or be on the outside for race number 4 with some speed. And it looks like that's where you're going to find most of the speed.
Yeah, there's speed on that inside and speed on the outside, but there's a lot of other horses that are pretty close to those speed numbers. So I just think it's anyone's guess who's going to get that quarter pole first.
Yeah, I agree with you, Terry. You got all that speed. Maybe the 6 horse might not get in there, and it is our top closer in there, the 6, but not a whole lot more juice than the 3 has. 3 also top last race speed figure, 5 points. We just talked about the significance of that. Everybody hit par so far. Everybody likely to do it again. So in this scenario, Terry, a couple things I would look at, one of which would be jockey and trainer. So it looks like there's plenty to choose from there.
Yeah, well, the jockey best one's the 4, and the best trainer I think is the 2. But I think the best jockey trainer combination is the 2.
Yeah, a lot of good combinations in there. There's a lot of speed in this race, Terry. I would say, looking at the way this race shaped, 3 in the middle, 4 that kind of want to come from off the pace somewhere, pretty even out. In this sort of race, I would probably look to see who's going to get the best trip and who might that be.
Looks like the 6 has got the best numbers in here at almost 69%. Followed up by that 3 with 52 and the 4 with about 48%.
So what that means is we take a look at our projected early pace and compare that to the horse's best performances to make sure that they're still engaged. And there is a 68.91% chance that today's race will look a lot like Son's best performances, Terry. I unfortunately don't have the 6 in my picks. I probably wish I did at this point, but you and I agree on the 3 horse should be at the top nonetheless.
That's right. And this race is my pick of the day, the 3, Litigation. He won his last race at Ellis Park on the turf at today's distance. So he needs to repeat the race. His best turf speed is fast month that he starts, has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. Troubleshooting, the 5 has won 2 races out of the last 4 starts, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, Stars Image. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 34% of the races in the 3rd start that a horse has off of her layoff. And he has a high percentage winning jockey. He's the 2. And the 1, Hoff, has won his last 2 races in a row, goes for a hat trick, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to bet 20 to win, 20 to place. Number 3, and then a $10 exacta box 3-5, and a $10 exacta 3 on top with the 1, 2, 3, 5.
Did you mean to put somebody else in there because you can't go 3-3 on the?
I'm sorry. It should be 1, 2, 5, 7.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we got that. 1, 2, 5, and the 7 horse. All right, perfect. Well, you got that right. All right, I agree with you, Terry. I'm going to put $10 to win on the 3-2 litigation. That one did run that top last race speed figure, a handful of points better than everybody else. It is our simulation favorite with a good C zone compared to most of the other horses. This horse, since its debut, has upped its speed figure in every single race 3 times in a row. Barry Meadows, in his book, The Skeptical Handicapper, says that is a angle that wins at least 15% in a row. The only question here is it's making the 3rd start in a row for the first time of its career. Those tend to be boom or bust races. Terry and I banking on the boom. Troubleshooting also is the second part of both of our exact this year. Very consistent performer with the top total pace, so the 3 will have to work to beat him. The 2 horse, Star's Image, could be out front. 3rd start in a row for the first time of its career, too. Again, another that could go boom or could go bust. And then the 7, Terry's late entry into his exacta, maybe the most untapped potential, just its 3rd career race so far. And the last one would be competitive with all of these. As I mentioned, I'm going to put 10 to win on the 3. The 5, race 5, is the linchpin race, Terry. It connects the first half of the card to the second half of the card. Unfortunately, it's not the race of death today. So we get to start our leg pick 4 next. But before we do that, let's talk about the 5th.
Okay, it's a 6 furlong, $50,000 claiming race, purse $45,000 for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races.
Yeah, and at 6 furlongs, you're looking for early speed 27% of the time. You get the call at the first call, and you get the first call at the last call. The rail is fair for Sultry Kitten. 2 and 3 play best. 4 through 7 are discounted. So far, nobody that's worn an 8 or higher has found the winner circle. So, of course, I'll start my picks with the 8. Why not? So, Terry, looking for some inside speed in race number 5. And, well, it's all on the outside. Is that right?
It is, yeah. The 2 horses on the outside, they're pretty close to their speed numbers. And so they're going to probably go head-to-head to that quarter pole.
Yes, and burn each other out, right? That's just what you want to see. Of those 2, it does look like the 7 has a little bit more early pace over here in the early pace. All of them, Terry, within 1 point or hitting par. Really no standouts on the par plus. Bunch of horses dropping in class right here. Does look like the 8 horse, Terry. If you want a jockey and trainer, that's the one to go.
It is. It's best jockey, best trainer, best combination.
Although that 2 horse not too far behind. Here we see most of the horses want to be middle back. The 6 horse, Terry, if it gets the lead, could be dangerous in those lone E types. In these all yes races, I have found that C-Zone really stands out. Who's got the best of it here?
Well, Army Girl, the 6, has a 91, almost 92% chance. So our C-Zone number. So it's going to be very comfortable in this race.
Mm-hmm. Here you see our top 4 total pace horses, the 8, the 7, the 3, and the 6. Terry, who are your top 4 horses for race number 5?
I like the 8, Dark Furry. She has finished in the second in her last 2 races, has a high percentage winning trainer. This trainer wins 21% of the claiming races she has a horse running in, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. The 9, Ride the Broom, tried turf, did not finish well, now returns to dirt where she's won her last race on that surface, and a shorter distance will help. And then the 2 is my 3rd choice, finished 3rd in her last race, has the highest last speed rating, has a high percentage winning jockey. Musical Prayer, the 7, my long shot. This early speed running style will help her chances. Her best dirt speed is close to average winning speed, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets here for me.
I got to change this to the right race so that when people come back later on, it doesn't look wrong. I have the 8 horse too, Terry, as my top selection. Maybe the most consistent in the race. Does have a good workout between starts, so we'll see if that translates to first up where it finds the winner circle. I think it's a pretty open race. Indescriptible popped in its last race, Terry. Better across the board. The only horse really showing a lot of improvement last time out. Keep an eye on that. You also have that pretty strong jockey-trainer combination that you pointed out, Terry. This horse only raced 2 races in a row, like second up, once before, and it popped big in that one. So maybe more upside to come today for Indescriptible as a long shot. Not ride the broom. Most of my girlfriends. Should compete for the lead. Going back to the June 4th race on dirt. Could be good enough for that one. And then finally, I'm going to take a little bit of a flyer here with Army Girl. Top C-Zone horse, as we talked about, would be especially dangerous if that horse can pop to the lead. It does have its best published 4-furlong workout between races, so I expect this one to come out of the gates with its tail on fire, Terry. And if it does get to the front as a lone E, strong C-Zone, we'll see you at the winner's circle. I think we have time to do race number 6 to get started for the late pick 4, Terry. So to kick off the late pick 4 at Ellis Park today, of course, it's got to be a 2-year-old maiden race.
It is. It's a mile and 16th on the turf, maiden, $100,000 purse for maidens 2-year-olds.
Yeah, so just about anything can go. They're going to go a long way. Who knows what's going to happen in there, Terry? But we do know so far at Ellis Park, closers have done well, although 2 out of 8 of the winners at a mile and a 16th on the Ellis Park turf have gone wire to wire. So far, none of them have won from the rail. So strong is going to have to be extra strong today. 2 and 3, however, get a bonus. That's interesting. 4 through 7 a discount. The best place to be is 8 and out. As I mentioned, Terry, closers seem to have the advantage there. Looks like you got 3 pretty rock solid closers on the top there.
Yeah, the 7, 9, and 8 look like they're the best closers, with the 1 and 2 having the most speed. So
we see here that everybody has not hit par as of yet. But what we also see here, Terry, is so you got the 5 horse being a first-time starter. Everybody else in here is a second-time starter. So we have second race par ability. So we calculate out the top end of their potential, Terry. And really with that in mind, there's really not a whole lot the data can tell us with horses with only 1 race in the book. But we can look to see which horses have a good trainer-jockey combination.
Well, the 9's the best jockey, the 6th best trainer, and I think the 6 is the best jockey-trainer combination according to the data.
I mean, if you look at top total pace, you got 4 of them here, 7, 1, 9, and 4, though. In their second starts, a whole lot of things can happen. The 9 is your simulation favorite. This race can go a whole lot of different ways, and somehow we picked the same 4 horses in just slightly different order.
All right, yeah, I like the 7 so special. He ran second versus similar in his only start, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The Prince is right. The 9 closed to finish 5th on the turf at 5 furlongs in his last race, but stretches out to a mile and 16th. And he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then number 1, Strong. Third choice, he ran second versus similar his last race, has the highest last speed rating. His best turf speed is fast among today's starters. Moderator, the 6 is by long shots. He switches to a high percentage winning jockey. He has a high percentage winning trainer, and he has a good workout on July 26th at 5 furlongs. I'm going to play the last Miami Vice Don Johnson pick 4, 179 with the 410, with the 7, 9, 11, 12, with the 1, 3, 6, 12, a $48 ticket.
Yeah, I like the 7. We got a lot of agreement today. I don't know if that's good, bad, otherwise, but so special is the top of both of our tickets. And for me, I just rank the horses here basically in order of the second race par ability. The 7 horse topped that out at 88 points. Michael Irvin just missed last time out in its debut, and the bettors back that guy. So they must think there's something positive with that horse. The Prince is right. That was next up on the second race par ability score and does grade out as the simulation favorite. Number 6, moderator, Tyler G. So far won 30% of his races at Ellis Park. Top jock there. So you got a bunch of strong workouts. Got to consider that guy too. And then the 1 horse Strong Tough Rail. Third start after a layoff. Enough early speed that it could be involved in the mix to go wire to wire on the right fractions. But that rail might make it a little bit more difficult. 1, 6, 7, 9, 4, 5, 10. 1, 4, 10, 11. And then in a very wide open last race. Well, somewhere along the line, you got to bite the bullet, Terry. So I bid it in race number 9 with the 2 and the 3. Tomorrow, hopefully, God willing, if everything goes right, we will do Horseshoe Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. Wednesday will be Saratoga. I'm pretty sure Thursday, but not 100% sure yet. Just waiting to finalize a few things on a schedule of mine. We're likely to do Del Mar in the afternoon on Thursday, 4 and Friday. Not quite sure what Tom and I will do. But I know you want to watch all of those shows because if you're not watching, you're not winning. And if you want to win, Terry, what do you got to do?
You got to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Very easy to do, doesn't cost anything. Then you hit that bell, and that bell then will notify you, not the bell, but the process will notify you about any of the good shows coming up, especially Foreign Fridays. I watch it, and it's really a good show. A lot of good information there. And then go down, copy that link, and share it with everybody you know, so they can come and check out what we're doing here. I'm pretty sure that they're going to like what they see here. I know everybody I tell to come look do. And then go ahead and go to our social sites such as Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, Blue Skies, Threads at the horse race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And then keep the comments coming, such as Private Ross and 99 and Jose. Hi, Jose, has been doing today. We like to see him help with our algorithms.
Yes, indeed. Anytime you search for any of our content or come back, we will timestamp every race in the description on YouTube. So you can come back and watch why Terry likes the 3 horses, his best bet of the day today. And then you can also come back and look at all of the smart sheets as well as the explanations. I go through these things after the races every day. And I can tell you, Terry, there's a lot of great information in there. I can also tell you, if you can't tell, I've been up late nights working with ChatGPT, yeah, that's what it's called, and Python, writing up some scripts for some great new content and data that you're not going to get anywhere else. That's coming, hopefully sooner than later. I finally caught on how to use ChatGPT, so it's a very useful tool when you finally figure it out. Otherwise, if you haven't figured it out, you're going to be banging your head against the wall like Terry and I did to get started on this day. All right, let's take a look at race number 2, see if we can find some overlays. The 1 horse, we have it at 7-2. The bettors have it at 5-2, so that's kind of fair. The 2 horse at 11-1 right now is 21-1. So you got a little bit of an overlay there, a lot of overlay on a horse that showed better early pace, better fractions. That usually works out pretty well. The 3 horse at 6-1. We have it at 22-1, but it is a yes horse with the top jockey and trainer in there, so keep an eye out on that. The 4 horse, 9-5, the other yes horse that is your favorite right now, but according to our odds, should be closer to 6-1, although I do have some money on that one to win today as the horse that's likely to get to the lead. Next up is the 5 horse at 4-1, a little bit too low there. 189-1. I don't think you're going to get that on the 6. The 7 horse at 5-1. There's some good value right there. So the worst hand in poker, 2 and 7, might prove to be, especially if they're off-suited, might prove to be the best hand today at the track. 8 horse at 9-1, another overlay. So maybe a nice 2-7-8 exacta box. If you're looking for the best odds relative to what they should be, and maybe for 50 cents a trifecta. Would cost you $3. So $9, and let's see how that plays out between the exacta and the trifecta. Terry, just a couple more horses to load in there. We think the 4 horse is going to get off to the start. Your pick 4 starts with the 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Mine starts with the 1, 3, 4, and 8. I got 20 to win on the 4 here, and then a $5 exacta key box 4 over the 1, the 3, and the 8. Though I wouldn't mind throwing some of those overlay horses in there after the fact. And they're off and running, and it looks like a pretty decent start for everybody in there. The 1 horse and the 4 horse, those 2 have made their way to the front, sort of as we projected, though the 1 horse was not supposed to be in that mix. The 4 horse was supposed to be right there, but the 4 horse is an EP type, doesn't need to lead. The 1 horse right now showing a little bit of what we call left arrow action. The question is, how fast are they running? The 4 horse got bet all the way down to 1-1. Which is sad for me because that's not what I want, my best bets. But, hey, what are you going to do? I like those last-minute changes to the odds. They're always great. That 1 horse is now 5-2. It's out there on the lead. They ran 23 seconds for, what is that, race a mile. I think that's probably on the fast side as they come through the turn. The 1 and the 4 continuing to win there. The 5 horse looks like it's in really good shape there. Terry, I don't have that one in my pick 4. He looks like he's going to range right up and by everybody and then just crush my pick 4. That's how that usually works.
Sorry.
Well, it's not over yet. Because the 4 horse is making that 5 run wide up the track. So I don't think the 5 horse is going to catch the 4 horse, but he's trying like hell because the 1 and the 4 can't figure out who wants to bang who the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So it looks to me like the 4 is going to hold on. I'm not going to get my exacta, but I am going to get the winner. 4, 5, 1, and then I think the 8 came in next. 4, 5, 1, and 8, and I'm pretty sure the 5 horse was next in line for me, but so goes it. Anyway, brought home the winner there, and I should have just singled it then, right, in my pick 4.
Yeah, probably should have. Yeah, you liked it a lot. You put 20 to win on it. So
Yeah.
who ran fourth? Did the 3 run fourth?
I think the 8. I think the 8 ran 4th.
Too bad. I would have had the super, but I did get the exacta. I mean, exacta in the tribe. You got the exacta, right? No, you didn't.
No, I didn't have the 5.
I got the tribe.
4, 5, 1, and then unless the 1 files a complaint, yeah, I think the 8 finished. Then the 2. I think the 3 was dead last. All right, it's race 7, I think. Right, that's where we are now. All right, another horse where I'm going to bet some money to win on a 4. Race number 7, Terry, take her away.
Okay, so in race 7, we're going to go to 6.5 furlongs, and it's going to be an allowance race, $102,000 purse for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won a race other than a maiden, claimant, or starter, or which have never won 2 races.
You loved King Peanut, Mr. Sanders. All right, King Peanut getting some love. In race number 7, if you want to love a horse that has a particular running style, it's 6.5 furlongs. Stalkers, 13% go wire to wire, but outside horses, the Buffalo Girls, Terry, Buffalo Girls around the outside, especially if they have speed in race number 7. And we have a Buffalo Girl around the outside in speed in race number 7.
That's right. That 9 shows the most speed, followed up by the 4 and the 2. So the 9, if it gets a good break, good decision by the jockey, should go to that quarter pole first.
He could go all the way, Terry, but he hasn't hit par, so he's going to have some work to do. Only 2 horses so far have managed to hit a speed figure of 91. That's a pretty good speed figure number up in there, Terry. Bunch of them with a chance to do it today. Who's got the best chance?
Well, as you can see there, the 4 is probably the highest number in there. It has the best chance to do it. Followed up by that 7, and then of course the 10 and the 7. So
10 also at second race par ability, a big number, 98. We said 91 is the top speed figure. I mean, the average winning speed figure. Look at this race, Terry. Everybody middle forward. You got some late legs. You got a great chance. Looks like the 10 has the most late speed in here, Terry, although the 6, top last race speed figure. These races that are wide open, I like to look at the C-zone jockey-trainer combinations. Heck of a lot of them could get a race that favors their setup, Terry, but they all can't have the best jockey, so who's got it?
Well, the 1's the best jockey, 5 the best trainer, but the 1, I think, the best jockey-trainer combination.
All right, so this is, I think, a borderline all race. Again, usually the winners come out of the top 4 in here, Terry. So the 4, the 10, the 7, and the 6 in race number 7. Who are your top 4?
I like the 10, Shared Vision, won her debut race at Churchill Downs. She has a high percentage winning trainer, and Lasix is added. Velvet Devil, the 4, finished in the money on all 3 career starts, winning her last start, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. The 2, Mega Mill, finished in the money in both career races, winning her last start, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey as well. She's a little stinker. The 1 won her last race at Ellis Park, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm out of money. I can't make any other bets.
So they haven't gone official yet, so I wonder if the 1 and the 4 have lodged complaints against one another or the other way around because of all that bumping up. Then they went official. Okay, so the 4 horse comes home, your winner. At 1-1. I hope it was a little more than 1-1, so I get back more than $4. But hey, nonetheless, getting 40% of my budget back. I'm going to start off with the 4 horse Velvet Devil as my top choice here. That one is one of 2 yes horses. It is our simulation favorite and the top total pace. Next up, the 5 horse, Pretty Sure. That one should do well today as well. This guy's faced a lot better, I believe. Second start after a layoff of more than a year. This race is either going to be a big boom or a big bust. Number 10, Shared Vision, does have speed, does get first Lasix. Second race improvement, and you might have a burner in here. And then finally the 7, Foie Gras. I think I got that right. The only yes horse making the third start after Elea for the first time in its career. Again, another horse that can have a lot of upside, boom or bust, but I think there's a lot of upside because it has the most back class in the field. 16 to win for me on the 4, although I probably should just turn that into a trifecta box because that might actually pay a lot more. Race 8 is the beginning of the late daily double, Terry. And to start off the late daily double, how are they going to do it?
Well, they're going to go back to the turf at a mile. It's an allowance race, a purse of $102,000 for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won a race other than a maiden, claiming, or starter, or which have never won 2 races.
And a mile on the grass so you got, look at one trip around the track there on the grass track. If they make it to the grass this afternoon with rain in the forecast, and if they do, you're looking for closers, although still a healthy 21% go wire to wire. There's a rail discount for Expatriate. 2 and 3 is the best post positions to own. 4 and out are all discounted, Terry. So I would say probably the inside 3 have the edge. Maybe a little bit of speed is helpful to get a proper position. If you're looking for speed, it looks like 3 of them stand out.
Yeah, the 4 has the most speed, followed up by that 1. So they're 2 of the inside horses. Then an outside, well, in the middle, I guess, the 8 comes in with the 3rd best numbers.
Yeah, it looks to me like the 4 is going to get the lead. Has the top early pace of 6 points as well. He's on the inside. Looking at the race shape, that makes that a little left arrow horse. Doesn't need to be on the front. That 8 horse, Terry, is the only pilot. Everybody else is in the back or the middle of the plane. Get off to a good start. You could steal this one on the lead, especially if you got a solid C-zone, Terry. And who's got the best C-zone?
Well, it appears to me the 4 has a 91, almost 92% C-zone numbers. So, and then the next closest to it's the 10.
And then the 12. Everybody else under 50%. I've seen that combination so many times. On our last show, there was a 4 horse that had an early pace advantage with the top C-zone. Went on to win that race, Terry. One of 2 yes horses in here. A lot of them can come up to that part today. Well, that score is going to be 88. Michael Irvin. But if you want jockey and trainer combinations, where do you want to go?
Well, the 13 has the best jockey. 1 has the best trainer, but I also think it's the best jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, indeed. This race can go many, 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 many different ways. Another all race potentially, Terry. And how do you see race number 8 playing out for you?
Okay, I like the 11 winning Steep or Streep. She finished in the money in 3 of her last 6 starts, winning one of the races, running second versus similar last race. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Meg's a star. 7 came in from Ireland after winning her debut race to try USA, and she has been steadily working out to make her USA debut. Her breeding suggests she'll like the grass as her dam has produced a turf winner, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I have to go with the 9 Haystack. She has won well. She has done well on the turf in the past, finishing the money in 44% of the races on the turf. She has the highest speed figure at today's distance. Her best turf speed is fastest among today's starters, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. And then
you could have saved people a lot of time by just saying it's my name.
Well, it is, but I also like those other things. Anyway, I like the 12 Humbled. She won her last race at Ellis Park on the turf, and at today's distance, and she has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. You're really funny.
All right. For me, I'm going to go with the Expatriate, the Uno on the top. Very consistent. Tyler Gaffleon, who still owes me money, by the way. I promised him I wouldn't pick him so that he would win races, and I don't pick him and he wins, and when I pick him, he doesn't win. So just you can draw a line through Expatriate. Does have that rail discount, but is your top par plus horse. Winning Streep, the 11 horse. Next for me, first Lasix in the second start after a layup. Should improve off of its last effort. Number 10, Birkin Girl. That's a 15-1 shot there, Terry. Is our simulation favorite that usually comes off the bench hot and ready to run. And then that 4 horse, New Rome, won 3 of 5 at the distance, 6 of 9 on the grass. This horse wins when it gets out on the lead, goes wire to wire. It's going to be out on the lead today, and I'm probably going to regret not putting it in my pick 4, right? If I remember correctly, I don't have it in my pick 4. I do have it in my pick 4. Yay, Rahu. All right, so I'm not going to regret putting him in my pick 4. Last race of the day today is race number 9. Again, tomorrow we'll do Horseshoe Indianapolis. Wednesday we will do Saratoga. I would say 75-25. Thursday afternoon we'll go out to Terry's neck of the woods, sunny California, and do Del Mar. And then 4 and Friday still up in the air. We'll know more about that as the week progresses. Don't miss any of it, Terry, by doing what?
By subscribing to our YouTube channel, hit the bell so you're notified about all the programs coming up. Copy the link, share it with everybody you know so they can come check us out. Go to our social sites that are scrolling down below the racing forum there, and give us at Horse Race the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and keep those comments coming. We like seeing them, and it really helps out.
Couple quick reminders: free track, guaranteed tip sheet. Link in the description on YouTube. Also, over at horseracingtoday.net in about 10 minutes, we'll post all of our thoughts, all of our picks, along with our suggested wagers. Right over at horseracingtoday.net, you click right there, like we did for last week's 4 and Friday. You'll see a race replay. Check that out. And then, of course, within the description on YouTube, we will timestamp every race. There's also a link to a tip jar. If you like what Terry and I do there, hit that tip jar up. Let us know that you support the show with a few bucks, or hit the HRT gear button right there. Get yourself a hat or a t-shirt. This is the lucky number 13. Why not put that one on and sport it? Can't get them anywhere else, Terry, and you can't get our thoughts for race 9 anywhere else. So get us started.
Okay, so in race 9, we're going to go to 5.5 furlongs again on the turf. It's a maiden race, $100,000 purse for maidens, fillies, and mares, 3-year-olds and upward.
Yes, 5.5 furlongs on the grass does favor stalkers. 3 out of 11 so far have gotten to the lead and kept it. The rail for Theatrix is the best place to be, 2 through 7 a discount. 8 and out get a bonus as well. So a little bit of speed on the inside, a little speed on the outside. Those ways might be to the winner's circle. And in this short race, Terry, as you might expect, a lot of them will compete for the front early on.
That's right. As you can see there, they all have a lot of speed except for that 2.
Again, a lot of horses seeking their first win. So you do want to focus on those horses that have yeses in them. And then you see there's a whole host of them in there. That speed figure number is 78. Not that high of a mark. You also have a bunch of horses making their first time start, 3 of them. One with a back bullet workout. And anytime they're over 2.5 on that 3-0 scale, better take a look at those horses, Terry. As far as jockeys and trainers, a lot of times that's a great place to look on horses seeking their first W. Where would you look?
Well, the 12's the best jockey, 4 is the best trainer, but I think the 4 also has the best jockey-trainer combination.
Their race shape tells us the 1, 3, and 9 want to be on the lead. 2, 12, and 13 want to press. The 4 and the 7, they want to close. The 11 so far not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. 6, 8, and 10 giving it a go for the first time in here today, Terry. Biggest in-race advantage belongs to the 2 of the experienced horses, about a length and a half late speed edge. Terry, the last 3 races, you can go all, and probably still make money with the right combination. We don't get to do that here, so we get to make picks. And who do you pick?
I like the 3, Tempting Eve. She finished in the money in 6 races out of 8 career starts, so she's very competitive. She has the highest last speed rating, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then the 1, she finished 3rd in her last race. Her turf speed is fast among today's starters. She has a bullet workout, 5 furlongs, 27th of July. The 12, my 3rd choice, finished 2nd in her last race. Her best turf speed is faster than the average winning speed. She has a high percentage winning jockey as well. Then I like the 6, Volatile Knight. She is a first-time starter whose breeding suggests she will like the grass, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
3 horses, my top pick. Tempting Eve probably wasn't a good idea at the time, and maybe it's not a good idea today either. Nonetheless, lots of speed. Last time out, held the speed longer, so just a little bit more longer speed today and takes a bite out of the apple, ends up in the winner's circle. Ticking Time Blonde, that's next up for me. That 2 horse, top par plus with the top C zone, or one of the top C zones. That combination's been pretty strong, especially in wide open races. Going to get a trip that it likes. So let's go ahead and put it in the picks. And then I'm going to go with the 2 first-time starters next. Going to take a little bit of a gamble here. 6 horse, and then the 8 horse. I'm going to do a 50-cent trifecta box, 2, 3, 6, and 8 to close out the show today. here are our full picks for today at Ellis Park. Now that we've finally gotten ourselves going correctly. Race number 1, the 6-horse one, Terry. Race number 2, the 4-horse one. So it looks like just pick these horses for the rest of the day and you'll be all right. That would be wonderful in my estimation. May or may not happen, but we do have a lot of agreement all the way down. So it would be good for the both of us.
Yeah.
Race 1 and 2 are in the books. Race number 3 is no bet. Race number 4 is Terry's best bet. The 3-horse. I also have a little bit of money to win on that 3. Race number 5, no bets. Race number 6, our second of our pick 4s. Race 7, a win bet for me. Nothing in race 8. Another trifecta bet in race number 9. All right, Terry, that wraps it up for today. Again, free picks. Fort Erie, link in the description on YouTube. Hit that like button. Share our content with your friends. Make sure you come back tomorrow. In between here and there, Terry, do you have any sage advice?
Yeah, just give your loved ones a hug and a kiss, as you don't know what's going to happen. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, indeed, no matter what you're doing. For the rough start that we had today on this Money Monday at Ellis Park. For the rest of the day, we hope it goes smoothly, has God's grace, God's favor, and every single thing that you do, Terry, ends up in
the winner's circle.
Yes, have a blessed Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, less glitches. Horseshoe, Indianapolis.